Namaskar, an Indian greeting for hello and swagatam. Welcome. My name is Kajal and it's an honor to be your guide. I am so grateful right now to be part of this beautiful setting, and today I invite you to find a sense of gratitude on your mat. So let's begin. Let's start in a comfortable seated pose. You can come into Virasana with your shins onto the mat, or if this is too much for your knees, you can always take a simple cross-legged position. Wherever you are, find your hands onto your thighs and draw your palms facing the sky. Invitation to close your eyes or soft gaze to the earth. Just pausing here, a few rounds of breaths. Palms facing sky to receive energy. Now, if it feels appropriate to you, then draw your attention to 3 things you are most grateful for today at this moment. The first 3 flashes of gratitude that come to you, trust them and breathe them down to your heart. Gratitude is a wonderful thing. It helps us change the chemistry in our body, helps us come out of negative thought patterns, and elevates us to happiness. One more round of breath here. With your next inhale, slowly flicker your eyes open. Inhale, draw your arms towards the sky, gaze towards the sky, perhaps a big smile on your face, grateful for all the blessings in your life. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Now drawing your right hand by your right hip, draw your left arm towards the sky. Now you can look straight towards the front or towards the sky. If it is available for your neck, then draw your left hand behind you, perhaps drawing your gaze towards your hand. Exhale, release. The other side. Left hand by your hip, right arm towards the sky, or draw your right arm behind you. One more round. Inhale. This time, perhaps lift your left hip towards the sky. Exhale, release. The other side. Inhale. Exhale, release. Now keeping your right hand to the mat, left arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale. One more round each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now slowly come back to neutral, coming on to a table pose, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, spreading your fingers wide, tuck your toes. Inhale, draw your heart, draw your gaze towards the sky. Exhale, untuck your toes, and again send your hips towards your heels. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale back to neutral table shape and draw your right foot between your hips, coming into a lunge, drawing your hands onto your thighs. Now draw your arms towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms and go deep into the lunge by sending your pelvic bone towards the mat and send your front foot away from you. Let's pulse couple times. Inhale, exhale, draw your shoulder blades towards each other. One more time. Inhale, exhale. This time inhale, arms behind you. You can hold on to your opposite elbows or interlace your hands behind you. Now stay right here, or perhaps draw your heart towards the sky. And then exhale, you can rest your torso onto your thigh or draw your heart towards the mat. Surrendering yourself to the earth. One more round of breath here. And now release your hands to frame the front foot. Very slowly send your back foot to the back to find a table pose, spreading your fingers wide. Let's find one round of cow and cat. So which means you're dropping your belly towards the mat and draw your heart towards the sky. Exhale, push the earth away, chin towards the chest. One more round. Inhale, cow pose, Biddalasana. Exhale, cat pose, Marjariyasana. Inhale, back to center, and this time bring your left foot between your hands. Coming back into that lunge on the other side, hands onto your thighs, slowly rise up. And then inhale, draw your arms towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms and again find that lunge. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale. Now again, either hold on to your opposite elbows or interlace your hands and perhaps draw your heart towards the sky. Exhale, you can rest your torso onto your left thigh or perhaps draw your heart towards the mat. Let your shoulders relax, let your head hang heavy. Just draw all the attention to the sensations and then slowly release your hands. Frame your front foot and step back, coming back into that table pose. Adjust your stance to find your cow and cat again. Inhale, draw your heart and your gaze towards the sky. Biddalasana. Exhale, push the earth away from you, hollow your belly. Marjariyasana. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. And now inhale, back to neutral. Shift your hands about one palm print in front of you. Send your knees to the back and very slowly come on all the way down to the earth. Release the tops of your feet. Push the tops of your feet into the mat and slowly lift your shoulders. Gazes to the top of the mat. This is your baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Welcome to float your palms for an additional challenge. Exhale, release. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. This time hands outside the mat, coming onto the tips of your fingers. Push the tips of your fingers into the mat and slowly lift up, drawing your heart forward. Exhale, release. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push your hands into the earth. Slowly lift up. Find your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You warm up your dog here however you like. Pedal out your feet. Shake your hip from side to side. Wiggle it out. And then very slowly find stillness. Dog. You're making sure you're spreading your fingers wide. Your hands are shoulder width apart and your feet are hip width apart. We'll be here for 3 rounds of breaths. If this is too much, you can always rest your knees to the mat to take a break. 1 more round of breath. Now bend your knees, gaze to the front of the mat, step or float all the way to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sway from side to side or hold on to your opposite elbows. Ragdoll pose. If you're holding on to your opposite elbows, then switch the grip. Bring the non-dominant forearm in the front. And again, sway from side to side. Just let all that. And then slowly release your hands towards the earth, chin towards the chest, and very slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, rise up. Draw your shoulders up and back. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the sky. Perhaps a big smile on your face, again being grateful for all the blessings in your life. Take a deep breath. Inhale, send your fingers deep into the sky. Exhale, hands through the heart center, Samastitihi, and just take a moment here. With your next inhale, draw your right arm behind you. Draw your left arm up and over, finding a side stretch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, the other side. 1 more round each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Draw your arms towards the sky. Exhale to heel your feet hip width apart and cactus your arms. Exhale, arms behind you. You can hold on to your opposite elbows or interlace your hands. Bend your knees. Draw your heart to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can bend one knee and then the other. Just warming up your lower body. Relax your shoulders. And now slowly release your hands towards the earth. Send your left foot to the back of the mat and then your right. If this is too much, you can release your knees to the mat. Wherever you are, shoulders over your wrists. Again, knees can stay on the mat or can be lifted. Active core. Gaze to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, either with the knees resting on the mat or lifted. Very slowly, halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, high cobra or upward facing dog. Gaze towards the sky if it's available for your neck. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, gaze to the front of the mat, step or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right arm behind you, left arm up and over. Inhale, rise. Exhale. 1 more round each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. With your next inhale, draw both your arms towards the sky, gaze towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, draw your arms behind you, find your variation. Either hold on to your opposite elbows or interlace your hands. Bend your knees. Inhale, exhale. Back to the front of the mat. This time send your right foot back and then your left. Active core. Knees either to the mat or lifted. Inhale to hover. Exhale, slowly lower just halfway. Inhale, high cobra where your shoulders over your wrists. Welcome to lift up your hips wherever you are. Draw your heart forward, perhaps gaze towards the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. One round of breath here in your down dog. And then bend your knees, gaze to the front of the mat, step or float. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart center, and just take a moment here. So take your hands to your waist. Your feet are hip width apart. Grounding down through your right foot, draw your left foot back. Now you're sending your right hip back, left hip front. This is your warrior one pose, Virabhadrasana Ek. Now stay right here or challenge yourself by going deeper into the lunge. And again, you're welcome to keep your hands at your waist or perhaps draw your arms to the sky. Gaze towards the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms. Perhaps go deeper into that lunge. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. And now this time arms behind you. Again, hold on to your opposite elbows or interlace your thumbs and draw your gaze towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, either rest your torso onto your right thigh or perhaps surrender yourself all the way towards the mat to find your humble warrior, sending your right hip back. Heavy. You're letting go of all the ego, just letting it all melt away. One more round of breath here. And then very slowly rise up, release your arms, draw your arms to the horizon and adjust your stance to find your warrior two, Virabhadrasana Dvi, where your front heel is in line with your back arch or your back heel and your back foot is at 90 degrees. Arms in a straight line to find your warrior two, Virabhadrasana Dvi. You can stay right here or find some additional depth. With your next inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, deepen into that pose. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. With your next inhale, straighten your leg. Hands to your waist. And toe heel your back foot to bring it closer. And then switch your hips and draw your left foot to meet the right, coming back to the front of the mat and just take a moment here. Now bringing your feet again hip width apart and this time send your right foot back, sending your left hip back, right hip front. Make sure your back foot is 45 degrees and then bend into your front knee. Warrior one stance, Virabhadrasana Ek. Inhale, draw your arms towards the sky if you want. Exhale, cactus your arms, go deeper into that lunge. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. This time, arms behind you. Either hold on to your opposite elbows or interlace your hands and draw your heart towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, rest onto your thigh or draw your heart towards the mat to find your humble warrior. This time sending your left hip back. One more round of breath here. And now very slowly rise up. Release your arms, draw your arms to the horizon and adjust your stance with your feet to find your warrior two stance. Relaxed shoulders. perhaps go deep into that lunge. And then with your next inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, deepen that lunge. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Hands back onto your waist. Straighten your front leg to heel your back foot to bring it towards the front of the mat. And then slowly coming back to the top of the mat. Just taking a moment here. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands towards the mat. Lift your heels and sit your sit bones onto the heels to enjoy a toe squat. You're welcome to keep your hands to the mat, or perhaps challenge yourself, challenge your balance by drawing your gaze towards a point. You're focusing at a drishti and draw one hand to the heart center, or perhaps both the hands to the heart center. So you're gazing at one single non-moving point that's called as the drishti, and you are welcome to stay right here or challenge your balance even further by lifting your heels, lifting your hips. One more round of breath here. Inhale, exhale, draw your hands towards the mat. Very slowly release your knees onto the mat, coming into a kneeling position, perhaps towards the middle of the mat, hands onto your thighs, and slowly rising up. Now we're going to transition into camel pose Ushtrasana. So lots of options for going into camel pose. Option 1 is to bring your hands onto your waist and now push your hips towards the front, and you can draw your heart towards the sky and just gaze a little bit up. This is option 1. Option 2 is to draw one hand to your heel and perhaps look up. Option 3 is to draw both your hands to the heels and draw your gaze behind you, hips towards the front. Whenever you're ready to come out, wherever you are, make sure you bring both your hands to your waist and very slowly rise up. Draw your knees back towards you. Sit bones onto the heels. Arms by your side, and draw the crown of your head towards the mat to find your embryo pose, Pindasana. Pausing here for just 3 rounds of breaths. And then slowly rise. Draw your feet in front of you. Extend your right leg. Draw your left foot to meet your right thigh. Now draw your heart towards your right shin. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. You can bend your right knee as much as you need to. Hinge at your hips, and you can hold on to your right knee, your right shin or right ankle, or perhaps your right foot. Wherever you are, shoulders relaxed. Just let your head hang heavy for just a few rounds of breaths. Janushirasana, seated fold. And now slowly rise up. Drawing your left hand behind your hip. Draw your right arm towards the sky. Send your hips towards the sky again. Drawing your gaze towards the sky. Just taking a moment here to enjoy. Inhale. Exhale very slowly. Come on down. Shift your legs, bending your right knee this time. Draw your heart towards your shin. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips, and again bend your knee if you need to, and hold on to whatever is available to you. Shoulders relax and let your head hang heavy. One more round of breath. Slowly unwind. Send your left hand behind your hip. Push your left hand into the mat. Send your hip towards the sky. Draw your right arm behind you. Inhale. Exhale, release. Unwind, drawing your heels, both your heels as close as you can towards you. You can stay right here, or you can use your hands to open up your feet as if you're opening up a book. Just pausing here, relax shoulders, just few rounds of breaths. Invitation to close your eyes and draw your attention to all the sensations in your lower body. Now very slowly flicker your eyes open. Draw your knees towards you. Draw your knees closer towards you. Hug your knees into your chest. And draw your legs in a cross-legged position. And draw your left hand outside your right knee. Right hand behind your right hip. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. One more round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. Let's twist on the opposite side. Right hand onto your left knee. Left hand behind you. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Create length in your spine. Exhale, twist. One more round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Your next inhale, draw your torso back to center. For a final resting pose, we will transition into child's pose. So drawing your shins onto the mat. Draw your knees as wide as available to you. Send your sit bones towards your heels and draw your arm bones long ahead of you, and your forehead rests the mat to find your balasana. Pausing here for just a few rounds of breaths. Perhaps finding a sense of gratitude for yourself, for arriving on your mat, giving yourself the gift of self-care, self-love. Finding a sense of gratitude for all the blessings in your life. As we all know, there is always something to be grateful for.
Whenever you're ready, very slowly draw your hands back towards you. Draw your knees closer and come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Hands to the heart center, chin towards the chest, bowing down to the teacher and the student within you, finding gratitude for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this practice with me today, and I do hope that you carry the sense of gratitude even when you step off your mat. Until we meet again, from my heart to yours, Namaste.